being the drug addict that I am, went and got high before the party, and I ate all the birthday cake. When Brody said that shit, I fucking lost my shit and had to grab Cody and get the fuck out, because by that point we were just way too fucking disruptive for the meeting. So that set the tone for me not really wanting to go to AA in the future, I got in trouble at school, and the PE teacher snitched me out. My mom drove me to Huntington Hospital in Pasadena, California, and told me to take a urine test, and I was like, fuck. And at that point in time, I ditched school every day for the last 3 months, but whatever, I was only smoking weed, But the day before that, when I had ditched school and the PE teacher snitched on me, my boy had a Valium, the 10s, the blues, a Valium 10, and in the bathroom, and I'd never done a benzo before. And I took that shit, and so when I took the urine test at the hospital, I popped for benzos and weed, and that's when my folks put me in a intensive outpatient treatment center 5 days a week, every day after school. So I'd get out of school at 3 p.m., I'd go to IOP at 3:30, and I'd be there every night till 10 p.m. doing intensive family groups, and they wanted me to go to AA. So I'm like, okay, I need to do AA and do the steps, right? So obviously I can't go to school because that's triggering, right? They teach you about triggers in rehab, and triggers aren't fucking real. Those are more reservations that you've been holding on to, and the excuse you use to why you got loaded. You know what I mean? Triggers aren't real. I'm a fucking rapper. I'm the most hardcore junkie I've ever met. Should I quit rapping? No. Should I hide in the fucking closet and never leave the house? No. You have to learn to coexist with your demons, man. You know what I mean? And so I'll never work in treatment again. I hate that shit. I hate how they profit off the disease of addiction. It's evil, it's helpful. Detox is very fucking helpful, but you don't need to be in treatment for 6 months or 5 months or 4 months. You do if you haven't done the steps yet and haven't done any cognitive therapy or grief counseling, et cetera, et cetera. But so yeah, man, I'm in this IOP, and most of my homies and homegirls that were in this shit were it was for adolescents, so kids 14 to 19, so 18 and 19 year olds that still live at home and shit. So I'm 16, and my homies are 18, 19. They're already out of high school, and they're doing cool shit, going to AA conventions, fucking hella bitches, and sober raves and shit. And so I had a lot of fun doing that, man. But I decided to take my California high school proficiency examination, which is basically an equivalent to a good enough diploma, a GED, and I dropped out of school. So I already fucked the art school shit up. I wanted to do art. I didn't like fucking math, and public school sucked, dude. So I felt like I was wasting my time, and it was triggering because I'd be around that shit all day. But then, dude, their drug tests were so fucking gnarly. I remember one time I drank a beer on a Saturday morning. One beer. It was a Dos Equis by the skate park where we were growing some weed plants. Saturday, I drank the beer, one beer, Saturday. Monday, I go to IOP, they drug test me, the results come back Tuesday, and I test positive for alcohol. And I'm just oh fuck. So that was strike one. Strike two, this other youngster, Matt Barker, Rest in peace. He had some ketamine. And I had never done it before. And I snorted a line about this big. Like 4 inches? I don't know. 4 inches. I snorted a line of ketamine right before intensive family group. They put you in the hot seat. It's called the hot seat, and you're like, there's like seats in a circle, and then you're in the middle, like across from like your mom or like sister or brother or dad or whatever, and like they get super into it, and people get pissed, and people cry, and people fight, and break windows, and like this. So I'm in the hot seat directly across from my mom, and the K's kicking in, and out of nowhere I go,
Leonardo was brought from Milan to the Vatican to paint. But because the Vatican,
and the counselor's like, did everybody just fucking see that? And I swear to God, there was this huge translucent spider that came down on a web, and I saw it out the corner of my eye. So I was like,
a number of autopsies,
you know, and they drug tested me. There's meth in the ketamine, so I tested positive for meth instantly. They had to send the rest of the labs. I don't think I tested positive for the K, but they put me in a 6-month treatment program, inpatient treatment program, my first inpatient treatment program at Chapman Hospital in Orange County. Fell in love with this anorexic chick. She was beautiful. Definitely owe her an amends wherever she's at. And that was the start of a long and dark road for me, you know? Like, I was so full of anxiety and fear, and just, I didn't know what the fuck I was feeling as a kid. But I was so shook up already by the time I was fucking like 4 years old. But like, what I'm trying to say is I probably would have got into like cutting or like burning myself if it wasn't for drugs and alcohol and WD-40. Because I was in so much fucking pain. Like, I just like so much inner pain. I needed to feel like outer pain, you know? So drugs really did save my life in the beginning. It was fun till it wasn't anymore, and then it was fun with problems, and then just straight problems and consequences, jail time, jails, institutions, and death, as they say, you know. I'm gonna cut this now. I'm gonna be uploading random videos like this throughout the week. I'm a little tired. I'll try to be more funny next time and charismatic. Much love to y'all. Subscribe to my boy Sonny Darko, his channel, SUNNYDARKO. Follow me on Instagram at Riggy Marz, RIGGYMARZ. Follow at Angelino Records, ANGELENO Records. Follow at El Diablo Beats, ELDADIABLOBEATS. And follow my boy Sonny Darko on Instagram, the YouTube channel, Spotify, all that. Much love. Rest in paradise, Ryan. Yeet.